You may already know that the Fresno metropolitan area is one of the most active drug abuse hubs in all of California. What you might not know is that the most problematic drugs in the Central Valley are not marijuana, meth, or crack. While these are extremely dangerous drugs, the most dangerous ones can actually be found in your own home. Your prescription drugs in those harmless, child-proof orange bottles are sitting in your medicine cabinet and on display to anyone in your household. Think about it. Your child, babysitter, niece, grandson, sister, caregiver, anyone in your home knows where to find your prescription drugs. It doesn't require money, finding a drug dealer, or the use of drug paraphernalia. All they have to do is look in your cabinet and open the bottle. Vicodin, OxyContin, Valium, Xanax, Ritalin, Adderall, Prozac. Recognize any of these? These are powerful drugs. Any of them taken recreationally can have disastrous consequences. Addiction, severe withdrawals, erratic and dangerous behavior, the use of more addictive and deadlier drugs, and worst of all, death. Across the country, women's initiatives are mobilizing circles of influential women to become powerful forces in their community through education, advocacy, and philanthropy.
In Fresno County, the Women's Initiative is tackling one of the community's most pressing problems, substance abuse. This issue cuts across all socio-economic categories.
As you learn more about prescription drug abuse in the Pledge to Lock It Up kit, we hope that you'll share what you learn with your friends and family. We want you to learn more about the impact of prescription drug abuse that is silently running rampant in the most unexpected of neighborhoods, right here in the Fresno metropolitan area.
We'll show you how to lock it up, clean it out, drop it off, and stay informed.
Well, with me, I had a 23-year addiction to opiate medication, and I've now been clean and sober for 11 years. And it was something that took effect of me and a hold of me at a very early age. I was one of those guys that absolutely loved the feeling. And of course, you know, by the end of my using, I was taking between 50 and 60 pills a day, just to feel normal, just to feel like I could function.
I mean, I had a great family. I had 2 older sisters. I'm the youngest. We grew up in Clovis Unified School District. I went to Fort Washington, Casner, Clovis West.
It was probably shortly after an automobile accident he had, and he had a head injury. And he complained about head pain constantly and went through a lot of doctors, and really the only thing they could give him was pain medications.
It hurt bad to actually have to accept that I had a problem, because I was just in a conscious denial. There were a couple of times where my dad had to watch me all night because my respirations were so low.
I think that's the scary part about an addict. Once they get to that point, they become very good at manipulating people, at lying, and they're kind of believable. You know, it's amazing, because I guess you want to believe them until you realize this is really just a show for me. We had situations where he stole money from us, and I had to hide his drugs and give them out to him, you know, sparingly, because he would take way too much than he was supposed to. But you know, that only helps for a while. You know, you can only be the guard or the police for so long in your home, and then it becomes overwhelming to the family.
That definitely is probably the worst feeling about it all, is that I caused that. Like, if it was just me what the drug was affecting, I probably wouldn't have cared, and probably would have led to a lot more abuse and probably some real ODs that would have been near death.
You as a parent have to be so aware that this is going on and that your child may be experimenting with this. You know, at this point, there's 2,500 teens every day across this country that try an opiate medication for the first time. And people don't understand that opiates are extremely addictive. If you take 1 or 2 of these pills for 10 days in a row, you are now hooked. And it is going to become extremely difficult to get off of these medications.
This does not have to be your story. You can do your part to prevent prescription drug abuse in your household by doing 3 simple things. Lock it up, clean it out, and drop it off. Think about where you store medications in your own home. Unless your medicine cabinet has a lock on it, it is not secure. You can store your prescription drugs in a safety lockbox. Chances are, many of your old prescription drugs are out of date and you aren't actively using them anymore. If so, clean them out of your cabinet and get them out of your house. Once you've decided to get rid of your prescription drugs, don't just throw them in the trash or put them down the drain. This causes major problems with the environment and our water systems. These drugs need to be properly disposed of in a drop box at designated police stations throughout the county. After you've signed your pledge to lock it up, we encourage you to use our website and the additional resources included in your kit to stay informed. The stories of Flint, Scott, and Sally are not uncommon in our community. They happen every day.
Prescription drugs in the wrong hands can lead to lifelong struggles with addiction or worse.
Don't let this happen to your child.
Don't let this happen to your friends.
Don't let this happen in your neighborhood.
Don't let this happen in our community.
All you have to do is lock it up, clean it out, and drop it off.
Doing these 3 simple things will dramatically improve the health of our community, one household at a time.